So on episode 8, Save It for Saturday. This episode is going to entail a guest. My good friend, I refer to her as Soli. She's going to give her version of my topic, like how she sees what I'm going to talk about. And so you're going to get it from 2 different sides, and please tap in if you got a different viewpoint. But I do feel strongly about this for several reasons. But the Save It for Saturday is the topic for that is people that people that oversell and underdeliver. And this could be anybody. So I want you to hear me out, hear me again. This is a conversation on people, individuals, company that oversell and underdeliver. And I'm real big on liars, any kind of liar, white lie, mid lie, pathological lies, whatever. And so when I think about what it is to oversell and underdeliver, that's a lie. And I was telling my Soli that it's a low-key a lie, but it's really high-key a lie. So let me give you some examples. And this I can use it in so many different forms. So for instance, a chick does hair, right? And she specializes in a thing. And we just know people that follow her or know that she's been in the hair game for X, Y, and Z amount of time. Know she's really know that she's really good at let's say sew-ins or treating hair, right? And so because she's in the hair game, we just assume that if she advertises another thing, she good at it because she been doing this thing for a minute, right? So then she advertises, instead of doing sew-ins now, I do frontals or I do lace wigs, right? And so people are referring her. These people probably ain't never get these services from her. This is no specific person, right? I'm just giving an example. But they advertising and, she's like, yeah, I got you. And then you go pay your money. And so now she ain't got no introductory rate, right? She ain't charging you $50, $60, $70 out the gate. She charging you a solid $130, $140, right? Whatever the going rate for this service is. And so you go get your good hair, you drop your hair off, whatever. You sit in the chair and you trusting that you finna get, you know what I'm saying? You finna get a big one. Like, she finna do her ones and twos on your hair because you know this person to be a stylist. You've seen the work she's done. And you just take her at her word, face value, that she be doing her thing out here in these streets. And you sit, you get your hair done, and then you get up and it looks like a 2-year-old playing in your hair, right? The cap on, but your baby hair ain't laid the way it's supposed to be laid. The part ain't plucked, ain't no blend. The makeup it's like a fucking epic. It's like an epic fail, heavy on the epic fail, right? So literally at this point, you mad because this person had already upsell themselves, right? And big themselves up, and you just trusting that they gonna do a thing, but they underdelivered. And that ain't a mistake. That's a lie. Because unless I'm A1 in what you say you gonna do, you shouldn't have put on or sold a dream that it was gonna be the said way. Okay, another example. Back in my dating days, and we don't call no names. This is just a reference. So, and this is matter of fact, it could apply to several people. Dudes, and it goes for girls too, right? But I can only speak to what resonates with me. So I've met a few dudes in my past, and they'll make it seem like they got it together, right? So putting on, like, hey, I got X, Y, and Z. I got a good job. I own my own place. I have my own car. I'm doing well for myself, right? Upselling. Yeah, okay? That's an upsell. And just make you feel like they got it together. So here I come coming in. I don't need much. I'm looking for companionship and somebody that got it together. I'm trying, I need a match. I don't need nobody to take care of me. I ain't gold digging, like, and genuinely used to say it for a long time. I need a sugar daddy, but I wasn't trying to give out no sugar. So that's the thing. But if we ain't gonna get off track, right? So saying that is like, I ain't expect a man to come in overselling me anything, because I wasn't buying nothing, right? Don't sell. And I always say, don't sell me no dreams, because I don't need it. So telling me, oh, you going to take care of me, I could take care of you and your home girls, and yeah, I know you got kids, I got you, I got my stuff together, whatever, I drive XYZ car. So let's say I seen a nice car, right? I ain't in no rush to go to nobody's house, so maybe I ain't do no background check to see if the house that I may have pulled up to, that he owned it. But why would I think that he's lying? Okay? Follow me. And so all of this is a thing. But then listen, I drive a luxury car. I got a nice house. I got a good job, and I have my own businesses. So I'm good. And so all this upselling is going on probably because of the capacity of woman I am, right? And I'm a root for me, because I'm me. I ain't saying I'm the best in the game, but I'm in the game, okay? So I guess the upsell was because he or them, because it was more than one at some point right now, all at the same time, follow me, upsold themselves because they knew if I knew that they were where they were in that part of their lives, I wouldn't talk to them, because I ain't got that kind of time to waste. It's just a certain caliber of man that I was interested in, right? And basically, one, they had their lives together and ain't mooching off of nobody and ain't looking for no come up off of another person, meaning me or anybody else, right? I understand that people be down on their luck, but I ain't trying to play with nobody that's waddling in that, okay? So follow me. So say all this and we dating a little bit, going out a little bit, but then when it's time to put the proof in the pudding, ain't no proof. Oh, all of a sudden your car in the shop. When it's time to be invited inside, there's some stipulations, right? Or even you go inside and it's a relative there, and then you say, oh, they just visiting or whatever. But say you find out later it's the relative house, or they, for the ones they be like, oh, my mama stay with me, but it's really their mama house, right? It's really a thing. So that's under delivering, because you put on like you had it, or you was coming to add value to my life, but you was really wasting my time. I don't know why people do this. Or you put it on where it was not necessary, because for me, I got me. Now, some people out here in the world, they need somebody to carry them. But what I'll say to the people like that is, you should really be mindful of what you sign up for. Don't sell people dreams. And if you ain't able to carry the buck, don't make it seem like you can't. We are here in reality, and some people really live in their head in a place that is not real. But they speak to others that they pursue as if it is so, right? So I say that to say, there goes for pathological liars. I've met quite a few of them, that they'll say, I got this and that, I had all of this at one point, or I got all of that, or, oh, I know, like, they be so sure of themselves. And this is about several people. Please focus me. Several people that I have ran into that are like this. And you be like, I don't believe you, show me. And so for the masses, I'm going to say, if you don't got access to the very thing people are upselling you on, don't believe it, because they going to underdeliver. And it may be a chance, right? Far and few that the person that's upselling may be able to deliver. But until you have access to it, until you have witnessed it yourself, until you know it to be a fact and you can fact check the thing, don't trust that shit. Let them show you. And sorry for my language for those that are, whatever. But, hey, I come from a show me state. Actions speak louder than the words. You can run your mouth. My grandma, God bless the dead, used to say, people that talk too much lie. People that just say anything and they always on a Me Too bandwagon. Like if you got a story, they always got something to correlate to what you say. Them liars too. And so that's that's my spiel on it. I'ma introduce my Soli so she can tap in and she gonna give her viewpoint and we gonna merge the conversations together so you see it from a different aspect. I am a little passionate about the topic because I be like, why people be trying to bamboozle the girl? That's literally a thing. Like, this is for men. This is for jobs. This is for family. This is for friends. Like, just think of all the way people upsell a thing, upsell an event, upsell a product, upsell a service, upsell themselves to you, and epic fail, error out. Like, if it was a computer, it would malfunction on how under-delivered whatever the expectations that were set, the dream that was sold, don't match up. And I really think that's what Warner Label should have came in. Like, y'all really doing a disservice to the people by carrying on. And that's me. That's Tam Unfiltered. That's my unfiltered thoughts on so many levels. But let me know how y'all feeling, what y'all thinking, if it resonates with you. Like, has it happened to you? And can you tell me how? Like, it's crazy work, for real. We tapping in.
First of all, thank you for having me. So the subject at hand is overpromising and under delivering. I think I speak for everyone when I say that this is certainly a pet peeve of mine, okay? But this can occur in so many different areas of our lives. I mean, jobs can do this, companies that we do business with can do this, relationships, friendships, but I think that for me, it is the worst when it happens in a relationship, I think, because sometimes you sometimes you don't realize that somebody has overpromised. You don't realize it until a serious situation, or in some cases a detrimental situation. And then you're like, uh-oh, uh-oh, this person is not what they seem to be. And at that point, we have to make a decision of whether we want to move forward or take some steps back. And it's not easy in some cases. Um, it's not easy if you've been with someone for a long time and then you have to admit to yourself they are totally not who they perceive themselves to be. Now, I also think it is a thin line sometimes depending on the situation. It is a thin line between manipulation and or flat out lying. Okay? It is a thin line. Now, if you have if you promise or overpromise and you have the best intentions and your actions are aligning with the things that you set out to do, but you're just falling short in some areas, okay, that's a different story. But if you flat out tell somebody XYZ and you know that you're the opposite of XYZ, you're lying or you're manipulating them into thinking that you're what they're looking for or what they want in their lives. So it's a really touchy subject for me because I really don't like that. Whether you're a friend, whether you're a lover, whatever it is, be who you are. We all want to have our stuff together, I would hope. But if you know that you're lacking in majorly in some areas, you don't have to put yourself down and say, well, I don't have my stuff together. But do not over sell yourself and say, oh, I have an 800 credit score. I make 300,000, no, those are flat out lies. Okay. If you are working towards those things, then say that. I'm working towards having this. I'm working towards getting that. I'm doing this, and that to accomplish that. But if you are not working towards any of the things that you present to whoever or you perceive yourself to be, you're lying. You're manipulating people, And a lot of times when people do that, they will also, after you question them, they will gaslight you. They will straight up try to make it seem like you knew what you were getting yourself into. You knew who they were before. They'll say all these things. You showed them this, and you're wrong. They'll then blame you. But we know what we're told in the beginning. We know what somebody said to us because we know that was something that we were like, oh yeah, this will align with my future. This will align me. And then when the mask falls off, because let's be realistic, nobody can wear a mask forever. Okay, I don't care who it is. Some people are very good at faking and pretending, but that mask will slip in some ways. Either we see it or we pretend that we don't. But nobody can have that mask on 24/7. So when the mask starts to slip and you start to ask questions, that's when they kick it into high gear and try to make you feel like it's your fault in some kind of way, or if you already knew what was going on. But the truth is, people overpromise and underdeliver all the time. It is up to us to realize who those people are. And once you realize that you've been taken for a ride, are you going to stay in the passenger seat or are you going to get out? It's just up to us to be aware of our surroundings and be aware of the people that we have around us. Because, I would be lying if I didn't say that I have not experienced that in friendships, relationships, all type of things. And I definitely will make the decision, and more than likely the decision will be for me to move on, because if you're not who you said you were and you're not doing the things that align with what I thought you would do, it really ain't no reason for me to be here. It really ain't, but it's very disheartening as well though, when you put in time and energy, especially if you put in money, into people that were overselling themselves so much, and then you realize that you have nothing with them. Or they have nothing that you need. In some cases, it might be nothing that you want, but it's a touchy subject. But I do feel a lot of times in this day and age, when people are overselling themselves, over promising, doing the most, they're just manipulators. That's it. They're manipulators. They're manipulators, because this is the reason why when people ask, "What are you looking for?" or "What do you want?" I have no answers. I'm not going to teach you or tell you how to oversell yourself to me. I've done that before. I know better now. When you ask me what I want or what I'm looking for, I'm silent. You tell me what you think I need to know. You tell me about yourself. But as soon as you spend enough time with people, you will learn what it is you need to learn. You will figure out whether they're actually overpromising, overcompensating, lying their ass off, manipulating their ass. You're gonna figure it all out. Unfortunately, we have to waste something that is so valuable, which is time. But, as for me, I will tell you as least as possible. Once you get around me, you'll learn whatever you need to learn. But, I'd rather let you experience me instead of overselling myself. You know what I mean? Like, but I do understand that not everybody's like that. Some people, that's just how they operate. They gotta oversell themselves. They gotta say whatever they need to say, because if they want you, they need you to want them. Not saying it's good, not saying that that's okay, But some people are just like that. Once they realize they want you or they want to be around you or want to be in your presence, they're going to say and do whatever it takes to try and make you feel the same way. And if that means saying all the things that you want to hear, so be it. But yeah, that is a pretty touchy subject for me because that I really hate that. I mean, I really hate that because in almost every situation, it's going to lead to wasting time with folks that really probably shouldn't even be up around you. You know, go find your people. That's my advice to somebody. When you find yourself overcompensating and overselling yourself, stop and go find your people. Cause that mean that person and that you ain't even got no business around that person. Go find your people where you could just calmly talk and say who you are and what you got going on and be comfortable with that. That's my thoughts on it.
And there you have it. You have my version, Tam, of what overselling underdeliver is for me. And then you have my Soulie's version. And it's so funny that she hit on some of the things that I said and we didn't discuss it, and I did not share with her my version. So you got these two pieced together. I am going to share photos of us. Until next time, we'll do an actual podcast together as a visual, but this one is just the audio. So tap in and let me know how you like it and what your comments or experiences are with this very thing. And if you would like to hear more of things like this or more collabs as well. So follow, share, and subscribe, like, and let me know. Tap in. I'll be back.